I wanted to get the setup all perfect, but I genuinely do not care at this point. I do not have the mental energy to do so. So, hi, Iris Wood, musically optimistic here. Today I'm going to be talking about this new Gorillaz album, The Mountain. So, I don't like Gorillaz. I feel like that's a pretty bold way to start this video where I'm going to be reviewing an album, but I don't like Gorillaz, never have, never gotten the hype. I've never really understood what people enjoy about them. I mean, I guess they fuse a lot of stuff together and they blend a lot of different sounds that probably shouldn't be blended together. Plastic Beach, for instance, I had to recently listen to for a big project that I'm working on. I don't care for it. I mean, after this album, I plan to go back and listen to it again, and maybe I'll love it. I just have not had a single Gorillaz song click with me. Gorillaz song, Gorillaz album. Hell, I find the concept of this virtual band kind of, how do I say, stupid. And keep in mind, this is someone who gave Violet Pony's Girls Who Are Wizards a 10 and has been very much championing everything that she's put out since then, and going back through her catalog, which is fucking magnificent, might I say. But for some reason, the concept of just this virtual band where almost none of the people are real in the band, and it's pretty much just the guy from Blur with a filter on his voice. I don't know, just something about it rubbed me the wrong way, I guess. Feel Good Inc. and Dare are like the two of the biggest songs that they've put out, and they do basically nothing for me. I just can't bring myself to care. I don't care. Because my only other two exposures to Gorillaz at this point have been Plastic Beach and Cracker Island, which Cracker Island is apparently one of their weaker albums. I don't care about either of them equally. Going into this new Gorillaz record, I really expected basically nothing. I had almost no expectations. I mean, I heard some of it because I was in a Discord call with one of my friends, and they were listening to the album, and I really liked the song with Idols because I love Idols. Joys and Active Resistance, Ultramono, Tank, kind of an underrated album, would have made my top 50 of the year in 2024 if I did a top 50 instead of a top 40. But hey, mistakes are mistakes! So I listened to this Gorillaz album, not really expecting much. I haven't really enjoyed Gorillaz in the past, as I've made the beginning of this video probably annoyingly clear. But just something about it. I lately have not been doing well. This year was meaning to go back to a consistent upload schedule, but as you can see, not only has that not happened with my last video being in January, it's now March 2nd. Who knows when this video will be edited and released. I have today and tomorrow free from work, so hopefully tomorrow. And as you can see, my setup is still shit. I mean, there's stuff around my room, but I can't figure out where to put the camera because almost every room in this place is plain white and the things are too high. Like, I have things up there, that's pretty cool, but if I turn the camera that way, then the window will be blinding and the light will ruin the color. So, yeah. Mental health, not been doing great, and so I've done basically nothing as of late. And because I had a pretty big, significant life change, I guess you could say. No, it's a fucking change. I have been going through it this past week. I have spent most of my days off just crying, drinking, and playing Animal Crossing, which is a great game. Have you guys heard of Animal Crossing? Yo, what's good? Like 4 o'clock. And while listening to Plastic Beach, started crying again. Not because of the album. The album still isn't my thing. It's still kind of bad. Or at least the problems with it are a bit more illuminated because this album, the production of Plastic Beach is so goddamn regimented, stilted, stiff, plastic. Yeah, I'm gonna go finish this album. And so, maybe it's because of my fractured mental state right now, where I'm constantly trying to fight off the urge to just put something in the ridge of my throat. But this album about death and moving on and letting things go really affected me. Like, I don't know how much I'm gonna listen to this album going forward. Like, is it gonna be one of those albums that's on repeat? Like, one of my other favorite albums of the year so far, Dream Crusher by Mole. I don't know if it's gonna be an album that I'll play all that frequently because it is a massive hour-long experience, and it feels massive with its giant walls of instrumentation of little pan flutes, strings, brass horns, which are mixed so excellently. Holy shit. The scale of this album is gigantic. It feels like it is in the mountains. And yeah, this thing is just gorgeous. Let's talk about the production. Because genuinely, as much as I love this album, Gorillaz hater, again, might I add, I love this album. It's great. I don't know how the fuck to talk about it because it's so much material, it's so massive in scope, and it covers the topics of death, moving on, what it means to be alive, different struggles that they've dealt with in society, and blah, blah, blah. There's so much to cover, and yet the only thing that I'm left feeling after listening to it is relieved. Like my soul has been given the opportunity or chance or the little push that it needs to go outward and experience something better. Like all the stressors of my life have been just pulled from me and I can finally let go and be at peace. And for someone who's really going through it right now, an album about how it's okay to let go is probably not what I need right now, but also it's at the same time exactly what I need. Like, hypothetically speaking, if I had friends who gave a shit if I blew my fucking head off, maybe they wouldn't want me to listen to this album where it's okay. Things are waiting for you. There's this beautiful life beyond. You know, maybe if I had friends, they wouldn't want me listening to this, but I don't have friends anymore. And that fucking sucks. Like, I have online friends, but that's not the same. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I feel like this is going to be one of those videos where I just rant and rave about how good this album is because I genuinely don't know how to talk about it. This is also kind of just an excuse to be able to upload something because I've been wanting to talk. This is almost my only avenue to talk to people now. Very fucking sad. And this album really made me feel seen in a way that, I haven't as of late. It's like a hug from a friend, or being told that everything's gonna be okay despite everything that's going wrong, everything that you've done, everything that you feel like you've done, because you may not be as big of a fuck up as you feel that you are, because typically feelings tend to outdo the actual reality of things, to where, you know, something that isn't a big deal will just escalate and escalate and escalate in your own head to the point where, you attempt again. And I don't know. This album, every time I listen to it, it renews like a sense of purpose or belonging or just, what the hell is the right word? Just a sense that there is a thing worth living for, that there are things worth searching for, that there is a brightness at the end of the climb. If I just keep going, maybe eventually I will get to that peak. I will get to above the clouds and I can see that everything will be fine. And it's such a beautiful, winding journey to that point. Genuinely, the multiple verses from Black Thought and Trugoy on here are absolutely incredible. I love Black Thought, everything that I've heard from him. I really need to check out the Root stuff, but every guest verse I've heard from him has been incredible. His Cheat Codes record, great. My bitching about it in 2022, completely unwarranted. Ignore me. I was a stupid little bitch back then. But he has such a command over the mic, and The Happy Dictator is, he's not on that one, but The Happy Dictator, genuinely one of the most beautiful songs I've heard. And then you have the Empty Dream Machine, which was the track, because before that I was still kind of in Gorillaz hater mode. Like, sure, I thought The Happy Dictator was pretty nice, and I was like, yeah, it's okay, it's probably just a little fluke. And then we get to Empty Dream Machine, which, I'll be honest, I was a little bit hesitant toward at first, especially with the chorus vocal where they said empty dream machine, being as warbly on the autotune as it was. Kind of like he's hitting the double flat right in between, and it's warbling in between them. That very much put me on my back foot, because I'm like, oh, the rest of this is great, but this part really fucking sucks. But as I listened more, and then it got after the rap verse, I think, from Trugoy. I'm sorry, I was not paying attention to names for most of the album. Idols, you did a good job. Black Thought, you did a great job. Trugoy, you did a great job. The male rapper on the song right after this did a great job. But honestly, whenever it got to that last section with the female voice and Damon just going back and forth, I think it's 2D. I don't fucking care about the virtual band concept. With them going back and forth, having this almost repetitious drilling on you like it's a piece of gospel music or just a religious experience in general, where it just repeats and it repeats and it repeats till it's overwhelming. It really clicked. And then just every moment after this one was just blindingly beautiful. Look, if you're in a rough spot like me right now and you need an album that feels like sunshine, like basking in the rays of light, to feel something better is just around the corner, this new Gorillaz album is going to be for you. Honestly, even if you don't like Gorillaz, because I don't fucking like Gorillaz. I haven't liked Gorillaz. Still give it a shot, because it clicked for me. It did something for me, helping me feel, I want to say better, but a little bit more seen or something. Like, you don't understand. I want to shave my goddamn head. I am so whatever that I can feel every little strand, and I want it all gone. This is annoying. I hate this. And when I go outside, because it's like turning to spring, there's wind now, and so it constantly is in my face. And when I'm overstimulated by my emotions and everything that is going on right now, hair is the last thing that I fucking need. But I know it's not healthy to like jump to radical changes like that, especially in coping with other radical changes. So, yeah, this album is helping me not do that. And look, as much as I love albums like Monarch of Monsters and Lives Outgrown, sometimes an experience facing death in a dark, brutalistic way is not what I need. I need something bright, optimistic, peppy, cheery, something to put me in a good fucking mood and just make me see that life is worth living. And this album is that. I'm feeling a 9. It's great. It's incredible. It's moving. I legit cried a couple times, but again, I've been crying like all day, every day. I cried yesterday. I'm probably gonna cry again today. It's no big deal. It's just one of those things I do. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Bye.